sitting in the dark. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh. We got light. We haven't got light. Hello, boys and girls. I should really turn the light on. We'll see who pops in. I'm having a mango and passion fruit lolly. Partner's gone back to work, so I thought I would stream for a bit. I won't be streaming all night because it's kind of late here. It's like, I don't know, 10:30. And he'll be over later, so I'm just gonna hang out for a bit. I should probably turn the light on. I mean, the only light I've got is this, and it's not really is it gonna light me up? No, didn't think so. Not the best light in the world. And I don't have a lamp, so I either have to have the big light on or have to not have the big light on. And personally, I don't really fancy having the big light on, but I might have to because I don't think this light is going to cut it. But I'm currently sitting in the dark with a passion fruit and mango lolly from Iceland. So, evening on. We'll just wait and see if anyone turns up. I haven't even posted this stream, so I should probably share myself outright. Should I share my own stream? Should I do that? Probably. I mean, I haven't been live in ages. I've had a pretty rough time recently. Only one person actually knows what's been going on recently. I've had a pretty rough time, but I'm trying to find my stream. Hang on, can't find my own stream. There it is. Look, we can share my own stream out. How dumb do you have to be not to know how to share your own stream out? I mean, come chat. We'll do it. We'll post. I don't know who'll turn up, if anybody. I know I should probably turn the light on. I'll turn it on in a sec. But I've shared it out. If you want to come and chat with me. This mango lolly is really nice. I'll turn the light on once I've finished eating it because no one wants to see me lick a lolly. YouTube will probably class it as too sexy. It's too sexy. You can't lick a lolly on stream. Probably. Yeah, it's been a bit of a rough time. I'll tell you about it all in a bit. But how's everybody doing? I know there's no one in here, so I'm going to monologue. I haven't been too bad. It's been so hot, though. I don't know about you. The UK, boy, it goes from extreme heat to rain to just extreme heat. It can't seem to it goes from like one extreme to the other. But actually going to the beach this weekend. I'm having a beach day with my partner, so that should be nice. We're going to 2 different beaches on Saturday, so going to get out and about. And then we've got a car show in a few weeks' time that we're going to. And then next weekend I'm going away. I can't tell you where. Data witness protection. But It's been nice. Been nice. I've had a quiet few weeks, which is nice sometimes. You don't always need to be like doing stuff and here, there, and everywhere. I mean, me and my partner have been going out a lot the last couple of months. This month, we kind of toned it down a bit. We've been doing stuff at home, being a bit more local. And then this weekend, we decided to go a bit further afield. And then next weekend, I'm actually going away somewhere else. Under what I call witness protection. So it's been all right. What else? Health's been a little bit iffy. I haven't done any more of the podcast, which I really need to do. I really need to do another episode of the podcast. It's not all doom and gloom. My mental health / well-being podcast that I do. It's basically self-help. I'm not trying to be a therapist or a counselor. I'm just trying to share experiences, my stories, how I am. And, it only gets like 30 or 40 views. But even if it helps one person, I'm grateful for anybody that listens to it. And it also helps me. It's a kind of therapy for me. This lolly is really nice. It's passion fruit and mango. Something a bit less conventional. And why am I having a lolly at 20 to 11 at night? Because I had perimenopause and I had a hot flush and I needed a nice lolly. Women with perimenopause will tell you this. Iced lollies are a godsend. You have a hot flush, have an iced lolly. You feel 10 times better. That gives you a sugar boost. It gives you a bit of a mood boost. Cools you down a bit. Like your internal core. And makes you feel better. Perimenopause sucks ass. It just does. It sucks. It's horrible. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. And I haven't even had full menopause yet, and this sucks. I get irritable. I have mood swings. I've got insomnia, which that fucking sucks. And then hot flushes. Just feeling tired all the time. And I've had a couple of incidents recently where I'm going to have to go to the doctor again. Not a lot of people know what's going on behind the scenes because I don't divulge everything to everybody. Some things you like to keep to yourself. But I've had some slight health concerns recently. I've had 2 incidents. One where I went dizzy while we were in the car. We were driving somewhere and I got dizzy and nearly passed out. And then about a week ago, I actually did pass out in my bedroom. I have nerve damage in my wrist. I hit my head. And I felt pretty shit for a couple of days. My arm, I hit my elbow on the corner of the door frame. I snapped my wrist back when I fell because I put my hand out. I hit my head, missing my temple, thank God. I hit it on the side as I fell. And I made a complete prat of myself. Luckily, I was the only one in the room. So the only person that I made a prat of was to myself. Was very embarrassed when my partner came over that night. And I keep having to have my arm like this because my elbow is so stiff and my wrist is stiff still. They haven't quite healed yet. My arm, how hard I hit it into that corner of the door frame was just unbelievable. The pain I felt, and the pain in my wrist. I had pins and needles, and the ends of my fingers kept going numb, and my wrist was just swollen. It was a good size bigger than it should be. It was swelling on one side. The palm of my wrist had blown up where I'd put my hand out and slammed it into whatever it was when I fell. When I hit the door, and then I hit my head. Oh, it was an entire debacle. I didn't go to hospital, but I do need to go get some more blood tests. I think my sugars or my iron dipped, or possibly my blood pressure, and it's happened twice now. One where I went dizzy, and then this time I actually blacked out. So it's been interesting. It's been interesting. It's not. I mean, I don't know whether it could be to do with my perimenopause. It's been insanely hot recently, so maybe I was dehydrated. Could have been my blood pressure again, which is usually quite low anyway. My iron, my vitamin C, vitamin B12 is low. I have a lot of deficiencies, caused by many factors. I also, amazingly enough, with all the deficits I have, I actually have slightly high cholesterol, which we can never work out. It doesn't make much sense to be lacking in so much other stuff. But then when it comes to high cholesterol, it was high. But apparently, when one of your vitamins gets so low, it affects your cholesterol, which I didn't know. Every day is a new learning curve, isn't it? But yeah, it's been a rough time recently. I felt a bit up and down. Like things just haven't felt right, like within my system, if I'm really honest. Things have felt a little out of sync, which could be just the weather. I do get seasonal depression. Like I was saying recently in my podcast, the last 6 months haven't been too bad. Amazingly enough, with the last couple of years I've had, which have been quite bad, the last 6 months, meeting my partner, Talon to and from hospital. I've been in hospital over Christmas, and then more tests in the new year. We've both had our results. I'm cancer free. Luckily enough, it wasn't cancerous. And Talon has a slight heart arrhythmia. So, although the last few months have been quite heavy when it comes to like topics, after getting that all out the way with, apart from that, things haven't been too bad. I mean, things have been a bit of a struggle financially. It's been really hard. I mean, to and from hospitals isn't cheap. Transport isn't cheap. Food isn't cheap. So things were a little tight with having to travel to hospital so much. you then allocate money from one place to another. And I mean, over Christmas, we'd gone to the hospital like 6 times within a couple of weeks. And then during the new year, we went for an ECG. We've been for a sonograph. I went to hospital in January. And then I've had to go twice more since then. I took Talon a couple of weeks ago. So we've been to and from the hospital, which isn't cheap because I have to chaperone him because of his age and because of all the procedures they're doing. So he has to have a parent with him. So, and obviously because he has a tendency to black out, which is why he was going to hospital. And then, obviously, you know, income and bills and stuff. And obviously I'm still off work for mental health. So, it's been hard. I'm not going to lie and say, hey, everything's been hunky-dory. It's been easy, you know, it's a doddle. It's not. Life's been pretty hard recently. Pretty hard. Not going to lie. It's not been the easiest. But then it's also not been the hardest. You have to take the rough with the smooth and, you know, take each day as it comes, which is one thing that my partner does live by, is to take each day as it comes. You know, yeah, today was probably a bit shit, but it can't always be like that, or can it? You know, every day is a new challenge, isn't it? Or you're meant to look at every day as a new challenge. You know, you're still here. You've got your health, or I've got somewhat of a health. My arm is still sore. Oh, it's my wrist that's more sore than anything. Bloody wrist is an absolute fucking joke. Oh, it's just stiff. So stiff and just so sore. I've learnt nothing. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get a doctor's appointment and try and get myself looked at again. But mental health wise, I'm waiting for a referral to the Sue Lambert counselling, which hopefully will be within a couple of weeks. Hopefully I'll get a referral for that. And that's for sexual help, physical and mental abuse counselling, which is going to be really hard, but it's something I need to go through. But you know, you take each day as it comes, which is what my partner tells me to do. You know, baby steps as always, and he's incredibly supportive. Cannot fault him for his love and adoration for me, which I love saying. That I have found a man who loves me, which is amazing. You know, in this day and age of swiping left and swiping right, and we're all kind of like mindless robots, and dating in my eyes is a proverbial minefield. I've actually found someone. Which I am internally grateful every day for, because, you know, there was a time the last few years where I really wasn't looking for anyone, really wasn't looking for anything, had no aspirations of finding somebody. I'd been on a couple of dates, but I hadn't really, like, you know, put myself out there, if you want to put it like that. Wasn't looking for anything. And then obviously, you know, you do get to a point where you feel lonely, you miss company, you miss certain things, hanging out, cuddling, miss talking to someone in the evenings. It is nice when he comes home from work to see me. and hangs out. And yes, it's not as many hours as I would like, because he does work ridiculous hours and ridiculous shifts. But, you make the most of the time you have together, which is how a relationship should be. You value the time you have together. Whether it's a few hours or a few days or a few weeks, you value every minute, as special. And yeah, in this modern day of swiping left and swiping right, and it's it's so hard to find a balance, between having a partner, working, and day-to-day life. It can be a struggle to just have the time to fit everything in. Everyone's got to work, everyone's got a life, you've got friends, you've got family. But it's finding those moments for each other, whether it's a few hours, just having breakfast together, or just cuddling in bed for a few hours before he goes to sleep. It's the little things, a sweet little thing I did for him the other day. I found the Coca-Cola bottle with his name on it, and I thought that was quite sweet, and I gave it to him, and it was only a tiny little token of like stupidity. It only cost like £2. But he was so happy with it. He was like, oh my god, I've been looking for my name on this bottle for like years, since they started doing the names on the Coke bottles, and he'd never seen his name. And I'm like, oh my god, I found your name, and like given it to him. And he was like, oh, that's so cool. So what he's done is he's took the bottle, he's drunk the drink, but he's kept the wrapper that says his name on, which is just crazy. He was like, oh, that's so cool. And I'm like, are you going to keep it, are you? And he said, well, I'm going to drink the Coke in it, and then he's just going to keep the wrapper from the bottle that's got his name on. And he said, that's so sweet. And I'm like, well, the raven does try. And, it's just little things like that. Just being, in Greg's, finding his name on a bottle and giving it to him. Like, to anybody else, it might just seem like a stupid little thing. But he was like, oh, that's so sweet of you. You thought of me and everything. And he, I had no idea he'd actually been looking for his name. Because why would you? That's not something people just sit there and talk about. Hey, I'm trying to find my name on a Coke bottle. But yeah, I thought I was quite sweet in that like tiny little moment. I thought I did something quite sweet, and I was quite chuffed with myself. And I got a big kiss and a big cuddle, and he thought it was just so sweet that I'd just been sitting there, and I don't know why. I just thought, I'm just going to get it for him. Like, who cares that your name's on a Coke bottle? Apparently he did. I've never seen my name on a Coke bottle. So if anyone finds Donna, my real name, on a Coke bottle, send me the wrapper. I'd love the bottle. I've never found my name. I found my kid's name. I found Kieran, my eldest son, on a bottle. Talon, unfortunately, it's just not going to happen. Sorry, mate, but it's just not going to find your name. I would be very surprised if I could find Talon on a Coke bottle, unless I actually contacted Coca-Cola and said, could you make Talon's name? Which I think you can do. Back in the day, I think you could go onto Coke's website and you can actually personalize a bottle. I don't know if they still do that. But you could personalize a bottle with a person's name. I actually thought about doing that so I could actually get Talon's name in a bottle, bless him. Because his name never appears on anything. He's got one of those names where when he was a baby, nothing appeared with his name on. So he was just kind of out of luck. But Kieran was okay. But it was how they spelt it. It was Kieran, Kieran, or Kieran. So there were 3 different ways of spelling Kieran, depending on which dialect you went for, depending on whether you were from Ireland, from the UK, just different dialect, basically. But yeah, things haven't been too bad. It's been a little chaotic recently, Obviously, my health did take a dip Not a lot of people know about it. I did keep it pretty hush-hush. You will have seen videos have been going up, but they were pre-planned. Nothing else has actually been filmed, like, with me on it. Everything I've done that's gone up or is due to go up in the next couple of days had been pre-planned because I just wasn't well enough to film. So there's some stuff I want to film but haven't filmed. Like, I wanted to do a new podcast episode, but I just didn't physically feel well enough to do it. So it's been hard. Obviously collapsing, it did knock me a bit. Took me out of sorts for a couple of days. I felt tired. I felt dizzy. I felt exhausted. Just physically, mentally, emotionally, I just felt drained. Whether it was my perimenopause that made me collapse, whether it was iron that made me collapse, we're not too sure. I need to probably investigate a bit more. And probably do some more blood work, which everybody loves having their blood taken, correct? I don't, because I try and pass out. I hate having my blood taken. It sucks ass. But I'm gonna have to have some more blood tests. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet. Raven's gonna have to bite the bullet, have some blood tests, and find out why I collapsed, and really find out. It could just be my perimenopause. I have been having hot flushes. I've been ever so tired. I felt drained. I haven't eaten as much because it's been so hot. I don't know about anybody else, but when it gets really hot, I don't fancy eating. I don't fancy sitting there chowing down on some food. It's just too, I've literally just sat on stream having an ice lolly. I've had a hot flush. So it could just be that the perimenopause put my hormones out of imbalance. My bloods could have dropped. My sugars could have dropped. Iron could have dropped. It could have been anything. Could have been that I am not doing great myself. Getting to the doctors is difficult. Oh, hey, CNO. Yeah, it's not going to the doctors. It's just that I'm kind of scared. If I'm really honest, I'm kind of scared. The last time I went to my doctor, they suspected that I had a lump, and then I had to go for tests and stuff. So it's kind of freaking me out that I'm now collapsing. I know I don't have cancer, and I know I'm cancer free because they said so. And that it was non-cancerous, but I've started to collapse recently, so there is some underlying reason I'm collapsing. I've tried to pass out last week, the week before, and then last week on Tuesday I actually did black out, and I hit my elbow on the door frame. I have got nerve damage in my wrist. My hand swelled, my wrist swelled. I hit my head. I came off pretty badly, and I spent maybe 3 or 4 days just being awful. It scared me, because then I'm like, oh my God, I've got to go back to a doctor again. And the last time I went to the doctor, obviously, I went in for just a normal smear test and ended up at hospital being told, there's a lump, and, it scared me, and now I'm blacking out, and I've hurt myself. I'm actually sitting in the dark because the light is actually giving me a bit of a headache today. But I hurt my wrist. It swelled. My hand swelled. I hit my elbow on the door frame, which bruised quite badly. And then I hit my head. And unfortunately, I was actually home alone. Talon was home, but he had his headphones on. So when I fell, he didn't hear me. he had his headphones on, he was playing his computer, and I ended up laying on the floor in pain, technically on my own. And I did message my partner when I came to, saying I've collapsed and everything, and he did come over. He did come over and see me. He checked my arm over, he checked my head over, he checked my wrist, which at the time was quite swollen, and I was in a lot of pain. I didn't go to hospital. I didn't deem it as severe enough to go to hospital, but I felt groggy for the next couple of days. My elbow kept getting pins and needles in it. My hand kept getting pins and needles in it and going numb. And even now, my wrist is so stiff and sore, and my elbow hurts to stretch my arm out. I like to keep it like straight, like across my chest at the minute. And I've been so tired and just drained, just drained. And I'm not sure why. And I know I need to go to a doctor, and my partner keeps telling me to book an appointment. And I know he's got my best interests at heart, but I am also scared of going back again and finding there's something else, because I don't know about you, but if you've been on the journey with me, you know, my son's been in at a hospital the last 6 months. I've had to be in and out of hospital the last 6 months for appointments. And I was kind of hoping that now my son had got his results, I'd got mine, we didn't need to go to hospital anymore or see a doctor. We had like a gap. And then obviously I blacked out, and now I'm looking to having to go back again, which fighting against my best judgment at the minute to actually go. And I know you're going to say you should be going, you need to find out, you need some blood tests, you need to see what's going on. And I know I should. But I'm also scared. I also don't want something else wrong with me. I have enough going on in my life the last 6 months. To come this far and to be like on the podcast, the last one I did, to be like, you know, the last 6 months haven't been awful, but they've been up and down. And that now everything's like leveled out. I was hoping that was going to be it. But apparently, the world isn't done yet. Wants to throw me a curveball and send me back to the doctors once again, which I'm actually scared about. And I have sat with my partner and I have told him my concerns and my worries of going back. And as much as he would like to be like route marching me to a doctor, he's not going to force me. He's like, you know, I understand, you know, you've had a bit of a scare. But, you know, what happens, touch wood, what happens if you collapse and you are at home by yourself, or something else happens and you're on your own? Like, safety has to come first. You know, I could get out the bathtub and collapse. I could be walking down the street and I could collapse. Do you know what I mean? Why am I in the dark? Because I have a slight headache. And I'm saving my electric. I'm not in the dark. Look. Yeah, look. I have a light. Look. What more do you want? Look. Look. Woo. I just thought I would live stream for a bit, and just give an update on how I've been. Yeah, I just thought I'd give an update. My man, Mr. Man, not round tonight. Yeah, he's round tonight. He's just not round until 2:30 in the morning. It's 2:30 he'll turn up. So I thought I'd stream for a bit. We've been talking about me collapsing and how I should go see a doctor, but I'm actually scared to go. And my arm and my wrist still hurt quite badly. My wrist is still stiff as assholes, and my elbow still hurts, is still bruised internally, and I've just had to have an ice lolly because I had a hot flush, and dear God, perimenopause is fucking horrible. I don't know how you do it. Well, I suffer from insomnia, so that makes it quite easy. I'm used to staying up till 2, 3, 4 in the morning anyway, so suffering with insomnia, having a boyfriend that works till that kind of time, it doesn't really faze me, if I'm really honest. Also, problems stack and get worse if left too long. It's partially how my wife ended up in hospital in April. You make a good point, CNO. You do make a good point. I'd also like to say thank you for the donation you sent, CNO, behind the scenes. I did realize that earlier, and I did forget to message you. But thank you for the donation. It did pop up on my phone. But I haven't had signal for most of the day, so it did take a while for the message to pop up, about 7 hours after you sent it. But thank you for the donation. It's much appreciated. Fair, I get that. Been in 2 in 1 day. What do you mean? What do you mean 2 in 1 day? What does that mean? Been in 2. What does been in 2 in 1 day mean? I don't know what that means. But thank you, CNO. Any penny you send to me is entirely grateful. I will actually get paid this month from YouTube on the 21st. So next month I actually do get paid. I have hit the barrier to receive money from YouTube, thank God. Haven't had a payment from YouTube in about 4 months. I haven't really been doing enough content to get any donations. But I'll actually get paid next month. So anything up to the 1st of the month, I'll actually get paid next month. And I've actually hit the pay barrier this time. So I'll get paid at the end of the month, and then it should go into my holiday fund because I'm actually going on holiday in October. So that should be fun. What we used to call Willow, it says been in 2 in 1 day. What we used to call Willow. It says been in 2 in... Oh, bean is 2 in 1 day. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Willow's birthday. Sorry. I forgot you used to call her Baby Bean, didn't you? I forgot you used to call her Bean. Sorry, I totally blasé that, didn't I? Yes, Baby Bean will be 2 years old on the 31st. Yeah, my little... Yeah, because she looked like a baby bean. It's probably all the amount of coffee you were drinking. Yeah, Baby Bean will be 2 years old. Amazingly enough, yeah. Good old grandchild. So yeah, Baby Bean will be 2 years old. No longer a baby. No, she's a little madam now. She's gone from a bean to a madam. Yeah, I have to come over and see her at some point. I want to have a go on her trampoline once my arm's fully healed. Once my arm and my wrist is fully healed, I'll be able to have a bounce. At the minute, if I bounced, I might break something else. She absolutely loves her trampoline. Yeah, always will be a baby. You're very true, CNO. She's just a very she's a madam now. I'd go on the trampoline at the minute, but my wrist is still sore, and so is my elbow. So once my wrist and my elbow aren't so sore, Nanny will be jumping on the trampoline with her, or at least I'll be sitting on there and she can bounce all over me. I don't know about Nanny's back on a trampoline. I don't think it'd do much good. But I'll have a little bounce with her. I'll sit down on it and bounce up and down, and she can like jump up and down, and I'll hold her hands or something. We'll do Baby Bean bouncing or micro bouncing. See, the only bad thing is if it rains, a trampoline will get wet, and then you have to wait a couple of days for it to dry because you'll get like puddles on it. It's got a good little enclosure though, which is nice. I don't have Baby Bean anything for her birthday yet. Money's a little tight at the minute, but I will get Willow something. Oh, it's got a rain cover. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So would you put the cover on every night, do you? When you finish, you put the cover on, but when you finish playing on it, I guess. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I'll get Baby Bean something for no, just if it rains. Heat wave may be coming to the UK soon. To be fair, we've had a lot of heat recently. We've had a couple of days of rain, like little drizzles here and there, but we haven't really had anything substantial. At the minute, it's just stuffy. It's that stuffy, sticky, humid heat. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's just muggy. The air's just really thick and heavy at the minute. Don't worry about a present. She's got lots of gifts in the games room. Oh, well, like, I need to get Baby Bean something. I just haven't been paid yet. Her birthday falls before payday. It's the wrong side of payday for me. But I'll get her something. Don't you worry. Nanny won't let Baby Bean down. Got to get my grandchild a present. It just has to fall the right side of payday. But I'm sure she's got lots of presents. I mean, how many toys does one child need? How many toys does one person need? Apparently lots. If you're going to get her something, please no more toys. Now, I thought I was getting her pajamas. Am I not getting Willow pajamas? Was I not on pajama duty? I thought I was getting her some pajamas. That's what I was told to get by Kieran. Yes, please, just saying she got too much. Yeah, I was told to get pajamas. That way she'd have something different. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was going to get her pajamas and I was going to get her a new book to read as well. Because Nanny likes her books. Because they're going to get the Halloween books come out soon. So, Nanny will be on Halloween duty. 18 to 24 months. Yeah, a year and a half to 2 years. Because she's a little small, isn't she? She's not quite into like 2+ clothes yet, is she? She's a little small, isn't she? I'm guessing. Because 24 months is 2 years. So she's still in like 18 to 2 year clothes, isn't she? And she's only just 2. Can't wait to take her trick-or-treating this year. And yeah, she's a small 2-year-old. Yeah. Trick-or-treating would be fun. Do 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 do. She's got the Queen of Halloween as her nan. Da, 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 da. When I went out earlier, and obviously I took Talon out, I've filmed all the stuff that was in TK Maxx in Kings Lynn. And then when I was in Norwich the other day, I filmed all the stuff that was in the Norwich TK Maxx. So all the videos from the Norwich TK Maxx have already gone up. And then all the videos that I've done from the TK Maxx in Kings Lynn today, because I had to take Talon to Lynn, all of them videos are going to come out in the next couple of days. So you're going to see everything in TK Maxx in Lynn. And then I need to arrange to go to Home Bargains, B&M, and The Range to film some more Halloween stuff. Anything she can't have, I'll take. Anything she can't I bet you. I bet you will. We're going to Norwich on the 9th for the night. I'm actually going away next weekend. I'm going away the 8th, 9th, and 10th. I'm away the 8th, 9th, and 10th, which is next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Guess I am wrong about the heat wave. The bubble of hot air is going elsewhere, luckily. Oh, thank God. Thank God. If I tell you where I stay, Katie, I'll have to kill you. We are staying. I'm staying at my partner's for the weekend. I don't like to put too much online about where I'm staying for obvious reasons. You know, there are crazy people watching. But I'm staying at my partner's for the weekend for the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that should be nice. Yeah, we're going to have a weekend together. No, we're not going to a hotel. We're actually going to stay at his for the weekend, which will be nice. Something a bit different. No, I mean, we are staying in we're staying in a caravan in October. Ollie, partner's decided he's coming on holiday with me. I do stay at his on occasionally, but his sister's going away for the weekend, so we can have the house to ourselves Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then hopefully at the end of August as well, fingers crossed, we can like have 2 weekends. Yeah, definitely protect your peace. Yeah. I don't put too much online where I'm going nowadays because obviously, you know, certain people watch my channel and stalk me. And I don't want people finding out where I'm going. Normal travel lodge for us. Yeah. Well, I mean, we went away quite a lot the last couple of months. We're going out on Saturday. We're going to Blakeney and we're going to Wells. We're going for a walk on the beach at Blakeney, and then we're going shopping and having dinner in Wells. So we're having a beach day, having a beach coastal day. To celebrate our 6-month anniversary, which was last weekend. Ollie, I keep trying. He's been to Blakeney before. I've not been to Blakeney, but he has. He usually goes on his bike down there, but I haven't been to Blakeney myself. But yeah, we'd been together 6 months last weekend. And we had a movie night on Sunday to celebrate and a Domino's. He bought Domino's to celebrate and we had a movie night. And then this weekend, we're actually going to go out and celebrate our 6 months by going to the beach and then having dinner in Wells. So, yeah, I'm happy to see you know. It's only been 6 months. It's early days yet, but, you know. Right, I'm off to bed, work tomorrow. No worries. I'll catch up with you at some point. Obviously, you know, Tiddler's birthday in 2 days' time. Hopefully I can see her at some point on Thursday. I'll have to work it out. But yeah, thanks for popping in. It's been a really quiet evening. I was only going to go live for an hour anyway. I just thought I'd pop on for a bit. Everyone's been wondering where I am and stuff like that. So yeah, I know you're going out for the day. I'm going to put Willow's card and that through the door. So when she gets back, she'll have a birthday card and all that from Nanny on her doorstep. Obviously. I'm going to put a card and that through her door. So when she comes home, Nanny will have left her a card. So I'm going to put a card for a door while you're out, because then it'll be a bit of a surprise when she comes back. Glad he is resting too. Burnout can get dangerous. Yeah. It's should be back about 5 if you wanted to pop over in the evening. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll pop over then. I was going to stick a card through the door, but I don't want to come over if she's going to be too tired. Has she got a birthday cake? She got a cake? Willow got a cake or something like that? Getting there tomorrow. Getting them tomorrow. So you're going to get her a cake, yeah? Because Nanny will be there when she blows out her candles. Maybe we can have cake when she gets back, and I'll pop over. It's up to you. I was just going to stick a card through the door. I just didn't want her to think Nanny had forgotten about her because I didn't get her a present yet. Haven't really been well enough to go out. I only went out with Talon today because of his phone being broken, or if not, I wouldn't have gone out. If she's too tired, I'll let you know. Yeah, I can always pop it over Friday, can't I? Always pop over Friday. I don't generally have my partner on a Friday morning or during the day, so because he comes over Friday evening, so I can always pop over and see her Friday. No rush. You pop off to bed because you don't want to be late for work in the morning. But yeah, we'll work something out. I'll get Willow a present when I get paid next. But once again, thank you to CNO who sent a donation behind the scenes. That will go towards some food and go towards maybe something for Willow. With it being her birthday, I'll get her a card out of it because Nanny needs to get her a card at least. I know I can't get her a present yet, but Nanny feels like she has to get her a card because she needs to know Nanny cares. It's just that Nanny's been poorly recently and hasn't been well enough to go out. If I'm really honest, and Nanny's been a bit short of money, but I don't like Willow knowing that. She needs to know I'm super Nanny, not poor Nanny. Things have been a bit tough at the minute. And then obviously, hurting myself. I haven't really been going out, if I'm really honest. I only went out today because my boy needed me. Apart from that, I've basically stayed in. I've been too poorly. And too sore. Way too sore, if I'm really honest. My arm's been killing me. My wrist just aches. But I'll get better. It takes time. After collapsing, your body it goes through so much. The trauma and the pain and the healing. It takes a bit of time. But I will get help at some point. Showing up is more important. Yeah, like I said, Nanny needs to have a strong front. I know me being there is important, but Nanny also likes to, it's not very often I spend much money on my grandchild because, I don't want them to turn out spoiled. But I think your birthday's an occasion where you do buy them something. I mean, I don't buy her something every time I see her. It's very rare that I actually take presents over because I don't want to spoil a child. I don't remember the presents from Grandma, but I do remember spending time with her. Oh, well, that's very sweet, Sayano. Yeah, I think because they both work and she goes to a childminder's and then she'll be going to nursery soon. I guess I just feel like Nanny time is like that quality time and that I just want to spend some time with her, give her a little present, because Nanny always comes over with the good stuff. Whether it's her favorite biscuit from Greg's or a new book, which is quite cheap. It's a couple of quid for a new book, especially if you buy it from a charity shop or something. Yes, it's usually educational or informative stuff I buy her, the occasional book, the occasional biscuit, little tiny treats from Nan. I don't see her as often as I used to. Like I said, she's at nursery and a childminder and stuff like that. So she getting to that age where she's, growing up in the world. She'll be too soon. her own little madam. But yeah, you know, not getting any younger. I'm like 41 now, so you know, Nanny wants to shower my little grandchild. But yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks, not gonna lie. I've been in a lot of pain. And menopause doesn't help, and you know, but I'll get there. Rome wasn't built in a day, and you know, you got to take each day as it comes, as my partner says. You know, things are set to try you. But once again, I want to thank CNO and Katie for turning up. Like I said, I hadn't really planned to go live. 41, but at 28. Thank you, CNO. I will always take your compliments. But thank you for your donation. Raven might be a vampire. It's very possible. Some people do believe that I am a vampire, because when I go to get my stuff at Tesco's and they want to ID me, no one ever believes I'm 40 years old, and I don't think they ever will. Maybe my birth certificate is wrong. I don't know. But I'd like to thank CNO and Katie for being here. I'd like to thank CNO for the donation behind the scenes, which will go towards buying Willow a birthday card and buying Willow a snack, probably from Greg's. I'll buy her a little cake or something. Oh my God. See, I'm tired. I'm waning. I was only going to go live for an hour anyway. It's just that everybody had been wondering where I'd been, and everybody apparently was busy tonight. So, although I did go live, everyone was busy. Where is everybody? Where are they? Everyone wanted me to live stream, but where are they? They're not here. So thank you for CNO for persevering and being here, and Katie obviously popping in. I know she's got work tomorrow morning. But I'm going to rest. I'm going to take it easy. My arm is still quite sore, I must admit. And my light has died, apparently. But I'll look after myself. And as much as I don't want to get that doctor's appointment, I think my partner's going to drive me crazy if I don't get it soon. But I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you again, CNO, for the donation. Thank you to Katie for popping in. We will catch up during the week. And I'm going to love you and leave you. And stay safe out there. And good night.